Josh Allen, in my mind, deserves some respect. Now, I realize him being in the MVP conversation might be a little bit far-fetched, and that I'm okay with. But I also think that if you don't tell me that he deserves any semblance of a tiny bit of respect, especially with what he's had to deal with and what he's had to overcome, and the addition of Stefon Diggs, I think, has really helped him come out this year, but I also think that it's really important to really show and highlight what this man has done this year. So far, he's completed nearly 70% of his passes, which is about on pace with Aaron Rodgers. Has thrown for more yards than Aaron Rodgers for 4,320. Aaron Rodgers more touchdowns, yes. 34 touchdowns compared to 44, and 9 interceptions for Josh Allen. Now, if you would have told me that Josh Allen was going to take this big of a step forward this soon, I don't know if I would have believed you. A guy that's 6'4", 240 pounds, hurdled Anthony Barr. That still pains me, but I definitely think that he is a player that deserves some respect, especially to be in this conversation for an MVP. What are your thoughts on Josh Allen and the way he's played this year?
Yeah, it's been awesome, and I got to give credit to I believe it was you that said it on the podcast last year. You told me and whoever else was on the podcast that you thought Josh Allen was going to be one of the next greats. And I thought it was absolutely blasphemy that you said that. But the step he took from last year to this year, I think so far this year he's got 4,300 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, third best QBR in the NFL this year. I wouldn't have thought his stats would be that good at all. So if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win MVP, then I think Josh Allen has to be number 2. For what he's done for the Bills and the step he's taken for that team has just been incredible. And yeah, definitely Stefon Diggs helped out quite a bit, but somebody's got to get the ball to him, and Josh Allen has done a hell of a job at it. He's done a really good job of spreading the ball around too. Cole Beasley's put together an outstanding season this year. That offense they're really scary, and I think they're going to go really deep into the playoffs. I think they're at least going to get to the conference championship. Yeah, it's just a scary team. The defense is really good. Josh Allen definitely deserves more respect than he's been given. Somebody who is given too much respect, I feel like they should flip-flop a little. Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. Definitely very talented quarterback. But I feel like he almost gets a little too much respect. I think Josh Allen needs to start getting some of the respect, and Russell Wilson needs to start getting a little bit less talked about in the MVP conversation. Josh Allen he's been better than Russell Wilson this year. It's not even really close in my mind. I mean, the first few games, Russell Wilson played incredible, but how long can you do it for? Josh Allen's played really well the whole season. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't win it, Josh Allen would be my no-brainer MVP pick. If it wasn't Josh Allen, then it would go to Derrick Henry before it went to Russell Wilson. If it wasn't Derrick Henry, it'd be Patrick Mahomes before it went to Russell Wilson. If it wasn't Patrick Mahomes, it'd be Devontae Adams before it goes to Russell Wilson. I like Russell Wilson, and I like all those guys, but Josh Allen he's really setting him. He's setting the bar higher every year. I didn't think he was going to improve as much as he did from last year to this year, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's definitely going to be one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL before too long. So yeah, he's just been really fun to watch, and his arm talent is incredible. Better than I thought it was. I started watching the Bills games recently, and dude's got a special arm. Really, for how big of a guy he is, he's really fun to watch.
Absolutely agree. And you mentioned guys like Cole Beasley, even guys like Gabriel Davis a little bit earlier, who, by the way, has nearly 500 yards this year and 6 touchdowns. I think a guy like even John Brown, he only has 29 catches for 386 yards this year, but he was one of their only guys that had 1,000 yards last year. Only guy. One of the only ones, if not the only one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Also had 7 touchdowns this last year. But he is, in every sense of the word, he's a game changer, but he's missed quite a few games this year. He's only played so far at 8 and started 7. So I think, especially when you get a guy like him back to kind of help out with that offense too, I think this offense is very special, and it all starts with a guy like Josh Allen. And I've been really absolutely enamored by the way he's played this year. And I think it's about you give this man some respect. You put some respect on his name because he's played great. And I think it's yes. Does Stephon Diggs help out with it? Yes. Do these dink and dunk things giving it to Stephon Diggs help? Yes. But at the end of the day, when a guy like that is thrown for completed over 100 passes to a single player, and he has such a rapport with him, that is going to be such to me. It's going to be such a great thing for years to come. It's going to be such a great connection for years to come. And even though I think that both the Bills and the Vikings got some good players both out of those first round draft picks, and Justin Jefferson and for Stephon Diggs, I think that's both teams won here. That's going to be a special connection for many years to come.